Hi everyone, happy Labor Day. Right now I'm at the lake. Let me show you real quick. And I'm in one of my favorite spots. This is my first video, 7 days of Nissan Rogue Living, car life. And I wanted to give a quick video to give an introduction to how I'm living and a car tour. Now I've been living in my Nissan Rogue for 7 days. I am in a big metropolitan city in Texas. And this lifestyle has definitely challenged me. It has been an eye-opening experience, and it also has been pushing me to form habits that I would not have done in my sticks and bricks living. So I'm going to try to be quick and precise and don't miss anything, but I think it's just going to have to do it in bits and pieces later down the road. So I'm probably going to do a weekly video. Don't hold me to it, because I still have to get acclimated to this living, and these videos can be challenging and hard, and try to keep you guys updated, but I'm gonna do my best. So why am I living in my car? I'm living in my car because I was living in an apartment when I moved to the city, and I moved to the city because I travel for work. I'm in healthcare, and I do a position that is under nursing, and it's considered traveling nursing. I'm an aspect of it. And I was able to come to the city that I really wanted to and do a contract. So I stayed for a little bit, and I had to get an apartment. That was my first apartment, and it was great when I started, but a lot of things are great at first. The issue was the maintenance of the property, and the pest control issue was not resolved, and it was becoming a hazard to my health, and it was very annoying. And I am just the type of person that if I'm going to pay money, if I'm going to go to work to pay to live like this, then I want some service. So for the last 3-4 months of my lease, I was fighting, I was emailing, and I was just upset at my living situation. So on top of that, I am debt free. Yay! And coming from being a traveler, you make double the money than when you are a regular employee. And I went from not living paycheck to paycheck to living to paycheck to paycheck. And the system is just like that. And I really felt like, why am I paying all this money for an apartment that I really don't like, that is not properly maintained, and I really don't feel like it's my home. So I'm going to go back to traveling at the end of the year, and I'm really excited about that because I really miss it. I miss the flexibility. I miss the adventure. I love the city that I'm in. I cannot wait to get back and really make some roots here. But until then, I really would like to make more money, have adventure, expand my business, just live, just be free, and be financially free again as well. And to do that, the best thing for me to do is live in my car for now, but I'm going to upgrade to a van. And those are in later videos, but I just want to give a little background. So that's the background. 7 days of Nissan Rogue Living. It has definitely been a challenge. Being in an urban city, it's hard to know where you belong, in a sense of you don't want to break the laws. You don't want to give people reason to call the cops on you. So that has been very challenging. The first night, last Monday, I thought I was prepared to sleep in my car, but I wasn't. I just had gotten a mattress. I was coming from out of town, and I was just not at all set up. So I'm trying to set up in a parking lot, fairly lit, and I was just unpacking my foam bed, which I'll show you in a minute, and this guy just came. What are you doing here? What are you doing? Did you throw anything in the dumpster? And I was honest, and I was like, yeah, I just threw one little box in there. You're not supposed to do that. Get the bleeping out of here. And I'm like, hold up. sorry, I apologize. I wasn't aware. I was using the trash cans more, but you know, I apologize. You know, I'm just being calm and sincere, and I was just like, no problem. I'll go get it out, and which I did. But he was just irate. He was like, what do you mean you don't effing know that you can't do that? Get the F out of here. I'm like, first of all, who are you? You were in a plane car. I don't know you are. You don't have no badge. You don't have no uniform on. I don't know you are. And second of all, I'm already apologizing. I already took it out. What's the problem? But anyway, it's always drama when I'm doing something. But it's just a lesson. It was just basically a lesson. Don't be in parking lots. Don't be where you're not supposed to be, because people don't like it. They don't know what you're doing. They think that you are doing the worst. And even if you're apologetic, even if you're calm, even if you move quickly, the guy was just wanted to just be mad just to be mad. So at the end of the day, being more stealth, being more prepared definitely would have avoided that situation. And I'm happy that I went through it, because I'm not doing that again. So that was my first bad experience. Second, just really the fact that I did get out my lease. So let's go back to that for a little bit. I got out my lease early because I had threatened to take it to Channel 7 or some news to say that if I'm not on my lease because you guys are not holding your end up to the lease, then I for sure will have to escalate that. Me saying that, having the emails, having the pictures of the issues really made them be more like, okay, well, if you would like to get out your lease early, you can. So I was only 60 days out of my lease, and they released me early. That was a blessing, but it kind of was like I wasn't ready. I asked for something, and usually when I ask for something, the Lord always provides. So I wasn't really ready. I had nothing. I had no bed. I had nothing. So my windows weren't tinted, nothing. I mean, like, literally everything happened so fast, and I just had to think on my feet. That being said, I did start to prepare little by little. I'm happy that my wish list that I didn't purchase a lot of things, because let me tell you, when I first tried to do my car life, when I was in my apartment, when I was looking at what my setup would be, I thought I had a mega room. I thought, oh my God, I have this, I have this, I have this, and I'm going to show you. But it didn't work like that. Having a lot of stuff coming from sticks and bricks, and you think that you could squeeze all that stuff in the car? No, it ain't happening. So, and the fact that I'm trying to leave my car as a car in the day and then just transform it into a sleeping area at night, it is a lot of transformation, and it's a lot of work. So, I definitely was not ready, but I'm happy that I didn't overbuy, because a lot of stuff I just don't need. A lot of stuff I have to get rid of my stuff. So for sure, being unprepared made me prepared to not be over prepared. I guess that would be that lesson. And so my first day, my first night, man, I'm in Texas, and Texas got some heat to it. And because I'm trying to live in the city, you also have to worry about safety. So for sure, not having my windows cannot be all the way down to let the air, whatever air that tries to blow in at night, circulate, and it does not provide safety. So the first 2 nights, I kind of was a rookie, basically, and I was trying to sleep with the littlest bit of crack, and it was like doing hot yoga in your sleep, and it was not comfortable. I was drenched in sweat. I have a fan, but that wasn't doing anything because I had no way to let the air out, and I really just didn't know. I wasn't going to leave the car on. So at the end of the day, I did that. I had to leave the windows a little bit more cracked. With that being said, I had to make sure that I had set up so that way it wouldn't be able to, anybody could be able to look inside. So I definitely did not sleep well the first 2 days, because I was so scared. The first week I was just scared, like so nervous about, and I still am, about people breaking in or people seeing me in the car. It's taboo to live in your car, and people are just not comfortable with it. So at the end of the day, I have to be a little bit more stealth and still be able to breathe and not sweat to death because it was just too hot in there. So I really would have liked me to start in a cooler months like October, but it is what it is, and just being my feet and knowing what to do, I just have to learn how to keep the windows a little bit down with my curtains. And I will be getting rain guards installed, so that way it allows me to leave the window slightly open, but you cannot see. Right now, it's a little bit that you can see. It's not the best stealthness, but I'm in places where it's dark, and I'm in areas where there is low foot traffic at night, and basically I'm outside apartments. So that being said, um, lessons learned about weather, lessons learned about how to set up, when to set up, and the good things are that I do have a number of bathrooms in my clinic that I work, and they're clean. So the bathroom situation is not that bad, even though I'm just like, don't like public bathrooms because I'm spoiled. But you know, if I'm gonna do this life, I have to give up something. And at the end of the day, just being more keen to go to the bathroom at work, and taking care of my business there is helping. Another thing is that I take a shower at my yoga studio. I do take 2 showers a day. It just happens within 3 hours of time. I take my shower when I get to the yoga studio to clean off the grossness of my job and my sweatiness of my job that day, and then I go have my session, and then I take a shower afterwards. I take the latest class, less people, and it's right before bedtime, so I'm clean before I go to bed, and I set up. I try to find a CVS, 24-hour CVS, Walgreens that has dark areas where I can set up. But I do that. I set up, and then I go to my destination, and I'm just learning what I need in my car, where to put it, position it, and and how to set it up so when I get there, I'm safe and I'm not making too much movement and being obvious. So just having to learn stealthness of the city, just having to worry about safety, and just having to really adapt to everything that I was taking for granted living in my apartment. So at the end of the day, my habits that are pushed is that I take a shower every day. And I'm not going to be holier than that thou are and say that when I was in my apartment, that's what I did. No, I was lazy. So I took a shower majority of the days, but there were some days I just didn't want to take a shower. So I'm just going to just be honest and say that. But now I have no choice. Now I have to go to my yoga studio 7 days a week. And I pay these people a pretty penny, about $139. And I'll explain in another video why I pay so much. But that's just how much they cost. And I take a shower every day. And it's a good thing. You know, it's good to be clean every day. I know there's some studies that saying you don't need to shower every day, but I'm happy to have the opportunity to have access to clean showers every day. The only problem with that is there's a schedule, so I have to explain that in a different video so I can just get time to do the car tour. Also, just being organized. I tell you, you don't know me, so I am an organized mess, and I usually live in mess, and I wanted to break that habit. And when you don't have that much space and you have to be not obvious that you're living in a car, things have to be organized and stay organized, and there's no mess. So I am embracing that habit, and I hate it, but I have to change. Another thing is, when you're doing urban living, you have to get in late. So I usually get around the area of the complex around 10:30, and I try to fall asleep right away. It's very hard. I'm a night owl, but I have to anyway because my job starts early, and I am out of the apartment area at 4:15 a.m. because I cannot have people who start at work, leave at 5, seeing me climb from the back and start the car without opening the door. Obvious, right? So I have to leave a little bit early. I hate 3, 4, 5, and 6 a.m. in the morning. I am not a morning person. So this, even though I have a morning job, I was never a morning person. I live 7 minutes away from my job, and at that time, I would get up just enough time to wash my face, brush my teeth, and go to work. So now that I have to leave the area at 4:15, so I can park up at my job, which I do, because the building opens at 5. So I park up at my job, and I have to be out of that area at 4:15. And on Saturday and Sunday, that first class in the yoga studio is at 6 a.m. and I have to just be there. So I have to leave. I have to leave the area before people can see me, and that means I have to get up early in the morning, and I hate it, but it's okay because it's a habit that I have to adopt. I have to. It's better, you know. So I am embracing that habit that I don't like, and it's going to be better for me in the long run. Another thing that I have to do that I really don't like is going out, is working out. The yoga is at least meditating and relaxing sometimes, but it's hot yoga, and it's in a 100-degree plus studio, and you're drenched in sweat by the time you're done. You have to drink a lot of water, and it's just something I love to hate. And so with that being said, I have to be there every day to take a shower, so I have to be in there for class. It's beneficial for me to be limber living in the car because I have to maneuver in the car and it's not a lot of space. And I have to meditate. I have to stay calm. I have to embrace this lifestyle that can be stressful because, again, I'm doing things that are taboo and people are not going to appreciate that, and I really don't want to tap on the window, and I want to explain that essentially that I'm homeless. I look at it as rentless, but everybody else looks at as homeless, and I have to have that mentality, and sometimes it's stressful and I don't like it. So because I gave that up to do this life, I think that going to yoga every day will relax me, especially if I do it early in the morning. But if I have to do it right before bed, hey, also a plus. So we're almost on the 20-minute mark, so I'm going to do a car tour. Other bullet points I'm going to have to explain later in other videos, routines that I'm doing, and what I'm doing when I'm not at work, like Saturday, Sundays. And I think this is a good adventure for me. I think this is a good chapter for me. I did post on Facebook that, how to explain to family members about the lifestyle and what I'm doing. And first I was scared to even say anything, but I'm not scared anymore. I don't tell everybody that I live in my car. But I do tell everybody that I'm thinking about van life because I am. I am going to save up to buy a van. Hopefully when I get my first contract, every other paycheck I could put towards purchasing a van, because I'm going to be debt free, so I'm buying it straight out. And so with that being said, I did tell my biggest critic and person that I love, but it's my mom. And she is not always the easiest person to explain things that you're doing, especially if she doesn't understand. So I thought that, I tried to tease her a little bit and say, hey, look at these vans. You see these vans? Well, people start to live in vans, and try to beat around the bush that way. And then I just flat out told her, I'm like, listen, if I'm going to travel, I'm going to live in my van, because I'm not doing this Craigslist life, and I'm not doing this Airbnb life, and I'm not just going to go get 3 months rent and spend all that money. If I'm going to do this and purchase a home later down the road, then at the end of the day, I would like to get a van. And she was surprisingly okay with it. And I think that I was scared just saying it, and there was no reason to be scared. Sometimes you just got to do what you got to do and say what you got to say. So at the end of the day, I did. I told her what was real, and she just was like, okay, just do your research. And I told her that there was a meetup in October that I'm going to, and it's outside New Orleans, and I'm going to talk to people who live in a van. I'm going to hang out with them for a weekend and really understand this van life and really ask the tough questions. And I don't want the glamorous side of it. I could take a picture by a lake or by a cliff any day, but I really want to know how is it to live in a van. The car life, I am going to pioneer for myself and learn everything for myself that way. But for the vans, I really need to know the ins and outs and the good and the bad. So at the end of the day, me telling her that, and she was surprisingly okay with it, the weight was lifted off my shoulders. I did explain to a couple of people that I'm doing car life, because at the end of the day, if I'm ashamed to say it, then why am I doing it? So I'm embracing it with certain people. Not everybody I'm going to tell, because not everybody needs to know your business. So at the end of the day, just as long as I'm safe, and saving money, that's the biggest thing, saving money to have the financial freedom again, and to continue financial freedom, and to maybe one day purchase. That is the reason why I'm doing this, and also to have freedom. So that was my intro video. I'm going to do a car tour in the next video, and I am going to have these weekly videos. I'm going to have tips, I guess. I don't know. I'm not an expert yet. So, and I'm going to have updates of what I did from the past weekend, because I do experience a lot of things on the weekend, excuse me. And as an introvert, or a fake one anyway, I am very happy to be living in my car, because guess what? It forces me to go do something, because there's no way I'm going to spend 24/7 sitting down on YouTube or Hulu or whatever. I have to go out and do stuff. And in my sticks and bricks living, I was lazy. And you'll when you get to know me, you get to know that the fact that I am a what's the word I'm looking for? I am a motivated lazy person. I want to do everything, and I want to change the world, but sometimes I just don't want to do not a damn thing. And I think that living in my car forces me to do that. So you will see weekly videos of what I've done the past weekend, because on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday I will be out and doing stuff. You also see me sometimes in a hotel, because I'm not gonna lie to you, I need to stretch out. I need to wash my hair. It's just, black girl hair is just different. So, and I just need to not be on somebody else's time, or so I think I just need to embrace that. Sometimes I will be in a hotel. Luckily, I have family visiting, so when they come and visit for the little time that they are here, that's when I'm going to be in that hotel situation. And I'm just going to be showcasing my wonders, my wonders of fun, and wonders of goals, and that's what I want to do. I just want to document this journey and see if there's a transformation, because I feel it, and I feel like I'm breaking out of my shell, and there's a backstory to that. So, and I can't wait for the future. So I'm done talking. I do talk a lot. I'm done talking, and I hope that you guys, follow me, and please send me good advice and send me good vibes. I know it's the internet, and I know that people can be mean because they have nothing better to do, but even when people be mean, I'm not scared of that, and I will clap back, and I will leave it up there. But don't waste your time, because it doesn't make any difference to me. I'm going to do what I want to do anyway. But I do need the people that are senior, the people that are experiencing this lifestyle, to give support and tips, and please teach me, because I am a teachable person, and I want to make sure I'm doing everything right, but I also want to make sure I'm safe, and I also want to make sure I have fun. So I do need advice, and I need to and I want to give as much advice as I can as well, because everybody's different. So not a lot of people are doing Nissan Rogue Live. There's about like 2-3 people on this internet world doing it, or documenting it, and I'm just gonna do my little version of it. So thanks for watching. The videos hopefully in the future won't be that long, but I do always have a story to tell. I don't know why. And I am happy to start this journey. I am sometimes frustrated, and I'm just living life. I'm just a human. So if you didn't know. And and it's gonna be fun, it's gonna be sad, it's gonna be aggravating, but it's gonna be me. So thank you again. All right, next video, car tour coming up. Bye.